Ase television yao ya Chirenguma Amone Radio, Amazing Voice of Victory Television and Radio. Ni goto koletera abateri ba Chirenguma kirari tukuria Jumapili uchakira Chinsa Ibere chamambia uika Chinsa inye chamambia. Wata chitariki emirongo Ibere neyemo eyuerabe itukuria Jumapili. Nigotorabe ne kwaya korwase kanisa ya Riamabeya. Iwe gotoka Kenya District korwase conference ya Nyamira. Tomocha.
University ya Kisii mambio itukoria rero banyarako bakobekera kigutwa aborokiwa bentunde ya 14 gesa University yu echaka kobekera aborokiwa bae kigutwa nawe gumura ibwense kanyako bakawikana omojega bwigekoro bwegesa kukyabagere nyako bakorekana ime county area ya Migori nawe njiko nyako ngo kumanya kubatikana amono roboti ruomani Rumo bunge huyo bunge ukabiri Chinsa mwachiti cha Rugari Cyrus Chirongo yinyaka bakawusira ubugima bwaye echumamosi eyiga bogo yebo tukobo echumamosi eyiga yera kichingiana no mwanchi murigiri andonse asuri gunyaka ngo kwarigani gocha semesete mungana magindi nyaka to gusangana kwimanyi enchira jobikanu ari abiriko bakakwika semesete ya Amazing Voice of Victory iri ani ngongoro kwa Hesborn Bosire nyaraka bako gwisaransa uike nyaka ngo kumanya senchira jobikanu ko yachaka kuru University ya Kisii mugasobo tukoria rero gwetani aborokiwa chiribu inye gwetani aborokiwa Chiribu inyeni kwanyako bakobekirwa kigutwa kwetera gukora amasomo University iyo morobiri iyo ni gonyaka bakowekanwa amono mu waziri w'ekisemi imense ya Kenya Julius Migos Ogamba munyakero gobwe University iyo Dr. Sarah Ruto abagomo vice chancellor we University iyo Moske Dr. Professor Nathan Ogechi amona barayibande abange banyako bawikana eskuru eyo nabogo University yu niganyako bagikolika goseni ganyako bagikolika omugano oye asobor kiwakuru ensemeri ya medicine osobor wali banyarako baba ku graduate wa kobekero kigutwa entunde entangani gesa University yu enyarako bakego chake nabogo bali banyako bakobekero kigutwa ni banyako bakuboru wakinga banyarako bagosoka iskogiga bakore umukia buna enjera emo yokuimukia elietari skuru yo abego bane kibuna kunyara kwa bale bako etoma na bego twara umukia buna enjera emo yokwegenderia amagima abo abosio Nase umuruberi obuko babekera kigutwa aborokiwa ba 14 skuru ye University ya Kisii gesa echaka kubekera aborokiwa baye kigutwa
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to join all of you here today on this year's occasion of the 14th graduation ceremony of Kisii University.
Omosangirikano uyu ni kunyara kwa kugwikiranwa amuno muwaziri w'ekisemi imensi ya Kenya omusikechuri Migosi Ogamba omunyakirugo bwe university eyo Dr. Sarah Ruto nabwo omo vice chancellor Professor Nathan Ogechi amo nabageni bande abange.
That we gather here is to commend and recognize the graduates for successfully completing their studies and earning their various qualifications.
Ase omugano bw'eskuru eyo aborkiwa 24 niko banyako bakubikirwa kigutwa kuru ase ensemo area ya medicine gesa eskuru eyo echakia kubikira aborkiwa bae kigutwa.
We've graduated the very first cohort of the 24 students who've done medicine and surgery from this university. And the most critical thing is that they did that within the academic period of 6 years, which means this institution is being run in accordance to the mandate and the programs that have been.
Korengana amona omuwaziri w'ekisemi wizara y'ekisemi nigo yabekire emerobero yo kwenekia buna abarimu nabo igo kiskuru nigo kiraje konyara kwa kikonyora kibesa cyabo bwikiranu asobwango una enjera eyemo yo gukora emegomo asikirie arorokana kwa korkia uwichana kwae buna emegomo yo nigo yanyara kwa bakegutenia amasomo ase university asikurende akiranande abarimu mbuyamono asogwanja kwigwana amone serikali nabo igo gukora omogomo uyu nyara kwa bagoko genderera.
Even with the challenges that we've had with a number of strikes in the sector, still the individual universities can be able to run their programs to ensure that the students complete their studies within the time allocated, and that's what has been demonstrated here. So I just want to encourage each one of us that it is possible to achieve these goals once they are set. And you remember we had a 49-day strike that led to us negotiating a settlement of the payment of the 7.7 outstanding amount from the 2017-2021 CBA, and we agreed that that amount would be paid in 2 equal installments. That is 3.
Korengana amono munyakerugo Dr. Sarah nigo ainekebuna eskuru eyo nigo yarikia amubaro bw'abasubati ase enamba enene buna enjera emo yo kurwari baga korengana amoniri chiko nabo igo ase anyara kobaga kuboria aborokiwa abanyara koba kubikirwa kigutwa cinga kibakore kiskuru basokire banyara koba gukora umukia nabo banyara koba kwirenda buna enjera emo yo kogenderia amagima abo ase amatuko arebosio.
And my first reflection is that the academic and educational grounding you have received is sufficient to enable you to start or continue the journey. It is sufficient, but it is not enough to sustain you. That will allow you to be creative. So train yourself to think, not just to listen and sit back. Train yourself to think. And I'm glad to report that 40% of the recruited staff this year were female. This is important because when you look at our staff, especially the faculty, I think the female staff account for only 20 or 30%. Therefore, having more coming is helping us to meet the constitutional mandate that we have.
It's also the results of the sacrifices, dedicated efforts and prayers of your parents and guardians.
To all that pertains to these degrees.
Inkulpoteria MSA ya mangana maya kuru ase skuru ya University ya Kisii. Eriane ni gonkuru kwa Hesborn Bosire tukubaganiria Amayia aborokwa wanyako bakubikirwa chukutwa kuru ase skuru ya Kisii University nabo kokenda guchigosio muraibwense Dr. William Samoei Ruto mugasogo tukuria rero niganyako bakawikana omoyiga bwege koro kya kyo egesaku kya bagere unyako bakokorekana Imi County area ya Migori kaukwana ekero ekyo muraibwense niganyara ko bakakoboria ababwatani bekyama kya ODM bane kebnango kongena boyongo tinya bari ekyamekyo nere chingaki agenda tagutinya ekyama kya UDA rimna injira emo yogo chukubwatana uchibosiga igabanya ko bakorosia eserikali nabo gasense mwende nigo Ruto anyara ko bakako enekia ekensemo ya ugingo na migingo nigo ere imiyense ya Kenya chingaki abagavana kurwa chinsemo ekyo banyara ko bakuburia nga abakenya nigo bakunyara ko baguchandwa ase kesinga ekyo kya ugingo na migingo ase Ruto anyara ko bakagoteba nigara kunyara ko bakakwara chinkwana bo kwendekya uburi nimbo kunyara ko bogotingwa ase ensemo iyuguna injira yemo yokurwa libaguchi asa abakenya batigo chandwa amona banyanyimbo kurwa chinse chaisiko.
Yeye ndiye alitufundisha siasa. Si namna hiyo? Mimi nilikuwa mwanafunzi wa kwanza katika darasa la Raila Amolo Odinga. Hata mimi kuwa rais yeye amechangia sehemu kubwa. Na sababu hiyo ndio nimesema chama ya ODM lazima mujipange, musimame imara. Tunataka a strong ODM. ODM hoye. Mutajipanga vizuri kama ODM. Mutasimama imara. Na mupange chama isimame imara. Mukipanga chama ya ODM ikue imara, mimi nitapanga chama ya UDA ikue imara. Ndio tukutane pale, tutengeneze serikali kwa makubaliano.
Na sasa hapa Mikuru, mtu raifu wewe, ukijenga hapa port, hii Muhuru ilikuwa port kubwa zamani.
Rais, unajua Waganda wanatoka kule wanakuja kutusumbua hapa. Tunakuomba uingilie maneno ya migingo kabisa kabisa.
Hao watu ni wako na wewe ni wao. Kwa hivyo ukipata nyama ile nono, ukilisha hao watu wakishiba, watu wako wameshiba.
Mimi nilikubaliana na nyinyi. Vile party leader wetu amesema, vile governor wa hapa amesema, vile governor wa Siaya amesema, vile governor wa Wanga amesema, hii migingo ni sehemu ya Kenya. Na tumekubaliana ya kwamba hiyo migingo kwa sababu ni sehemu ya Kenya, tutahakikisha ya kwamba hiyo sehemu kwa mbinu zote, mbinu za diplomasia na mbinu zingine zote, tutahakikisha kwamba wananchi wetu hawaangaishwi na askari wa nchi zingine. Tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba kuna amani, tuweze kufanya biashara.
Nabwo korengana amono roboti rwanyaka rukubwatu kwa amona bamani be serikali nabwo kuru ase inka gose family ya uyorenge umubunge bw'Chinsa mo kiri kya Rugari Cyrus Chirongo nigo banyako bakwendekya umubunge uyu niganya ko bakagusiria ubugima bwaye kubwatikana amone chingoma kiri cyanyata ko bagakonyora ase ebimo byaye bya ime korengana amone family ya nigo yanyara ko bagekwendekinga eyinensemo intangani yoroboti oru ase keri banyako bagoteba nigo banyara ko bakurusia ebintu biraje kunya ko bigokonya ibuna injira moyo kora oburinguria bwa imemono ase bono banyako bakwendekenga kubwatikana amone chingoma icyanya tkoba chigo tigara anemono asege kubakyaye abego ama aye na kikenya tkoba kikoira ogwiteka kwa manyinga ase ubonge aka wika gosiria obogima bwaye.
I attended the postmortem, and as a heart doctor I witnessed very severe injury to the heart. The left ventricle was ruptured. The main pipe from the heart called aorta had disconnected with the heart, and those injuries are not compatible with life. Probably when that happened, you only had 3 minutes to go.
What is observed outside may not tie with what is inside, but when you open up the body, it's quite severe, and it's like it was instant and likely incompatible with life.
I've concurred on the report, so that is just stage 1. it does not answer the many other questions that we've been raising, which we hope the DCI, who was represented here, will be able to answer us in due course.
We have concluded, though we've taken some samples also for analysis, because there have been a lot of speculations ongoing. And other than what we've seen in the mortuary, we've taken samples for
Oigo chingaki ekiredi kiriga ikumi aborkuwa abubakani go chaka go swati skuru jiranya ko bago chora go chakira chitariki 12 cy'umutinyi umutangani umwaka ugocha umugaso w'itukuria rero umuriki ubutambe ase wizara y'itsemi imensi ya Kenya Professor Julius Pito kiniganya ko bwakwane kigweka ijuma yeganigo abana usaboroki wabo barachikumanya bwikanu cy'skuru kiri barachikunyara ko bago bakogenda chingaki amasomo aranyako bwakwiranirwa umwaka ugocha nigo ari gukwana yo chingaki kana umusangirikano oreta amo abarayi babari mukuru ase kyumbekeri kyanat oyunya musangirikano yunya ko bakorekana umugaso bw'itukuria rero nigo ase ensemo indi niganya ko bwakwenekya aboigo aborki wabumba bwateri bagari gucenchia chiskuru kiriba chikonya ko bagoswa korengana buna ebirengererio byabo baranya ko bakwigwana na amona bayiburi babo ose onyore bakunya ko baguisaneka amona chiskuru kiribanya ko bakurangirwa.
All the 1.13 learners will get space in senior school. We will have 100% transition to senior school. In addition to that, I'm happy to announce that starting Friday 19th, all learners will know the schools they have been placed. And they will know the schools they have been placed through two methods. They can either SMS their assessment numbers to 22263 number during revision. Then some of the schools who have been enjoying the pre-select advantage can be given a chance to review the students they have received, whether they are needy students, whether they are students going on scholarship. They can get a chance now to revise in the second level.
A learner sends their assessment number to the number 22263, and there then instantly they will be able to know which schools and pathways they have been placed starting Friday this week. Like the pathways, or if their results are not in agreement with the pathways they chose, they'll be given an opportunity starting on the Tuesday 23rd to revise their pathways and be able to get into pathways of their interest.
Nabago abanyagitari chi clinical officers ni kubanyako bakurua amatuko make wikarit kure juma ine eiki egocha chitariki emerongo ebere na isato ego chikogenda omogomo obo onyore serikali te kunyara ko bake kubeka esei ukoigwana na gose collective bargaining agreement korengana amono munyakirugo obo Peter Washira asikiranya ko bagakomochia umuwaziri bw'ochenu imensi ya Kenya Moske Eden Duare askiranya ko anyara ko bagakwenekia nigo umuwaziri yo angire kubeka esei ukoigwana na okuo.
That this is a strike that has been necessitated purely by the government officer, and specifically the county governments and the Ministry of Health, because of their laxity. And especially, I must say today, that we are really disappointed with the Ministry of Health, and especially with our CS Duale.
The only way out is just to go on strike so that the Ministry of Health and the COG can come in together and give us our CBA and also the third and fourth cycle of the SRC payments. I think the county needs to look on that.
Mwaje murigeria kubatkana amono roboti oru nongo kunyaka ngunyakira umusumali amangana Amayia kuru asigita sini kiga kya Amazing Voice of Victory wekachinga chini na twanya kwa tukumena ase embeo ili ni nguru kwa Hesborn Bosire yorenge ensemo ya kabiri studio ni kwa kuru kwa Robin Yona Siangwe.